So in this video we are going to talk about introduction to wastewater engineering in format of some objective question. Let's go to question number first then. So the question is saying sanitary sewage includes. What does the sanitary sewage include? It includes domestic sewage, it includes industrial wastewater, and it includes human excreta as well. Therefore, sanitary sewage is a combined term that includes all of the above mentioned options. That's why we will go with option D, all of the above. Okay, let's go to question number next then. Which of the following waste is dry and mostly combustible? Okay, means moisture content of the waste should be minimum and it should be easily readily combustible. Okay, see, when we are talking about garbage is mixture of vegetables, then dead plants or any waste material that or any refuse from household. Okay, that's why garbage contains high moisture content, that's why it doesn't become combustible, it is not dry. Then sewage and sewage. Sewage is 99% water, sewage is almost 99% water. Okay, sewage is the waste that we receive from kitchen waste. Okay, bathroom kitchen waste is called as sewage, and sewage and both sewage are the waste that contain about 99% water. That's why there is no scenario for which sewage and sewage and garbage are being dry and combustible. The thing we are talking here about is rubbish. Rubbish is the one which is dry and mostly combustible, because rubbish consists of dry items such as rugs are there, cardboards are there, thermocols are there, papers are there, packing materials are there. Means mostly dry items which can be ignited, which are flammable, which are combustible, are considered under rubbish. Okay, so when we are saying which of the following waste is dry and mostly combustible, the answer should be rubbish. Okay, let's go to question number next. Then wastewater from bathrooms, kitchen and sink is called as. Okay, we just said this. Sewage is the term which used for wastewater from bathroom, kitchen and sink. Okay, household sewage that arises from kitchens, bathrooms and sink of kitchen and bathroom is called as what? Sewage. Alright, let's go to question number next. Okay, we are talking about a definition here. Okay, it is the definition of sewerage, that the science of collection, transportation and pumping of wastewater. All the things related to collection of wastewater, then how the wastewater is transferred from source of generation and to disposal station, and pumping of wastewater is called as what? Sewerage. Okay, the correct term here is sewerage. Okay, let's go to question number next. Wastewater is treated in order to. Why we are treating wastewater? What is the motto of wastewater treatment? Okay, regarding this I have made a video. I will be putting link in the description also and here in the I button. Okay, do check after you complete this video. Okay, why we treat wastewater. Okay, for now wastewater is treated in order to, first thing, to reduce the spread of disease caused by pollution upstream because of untreated wastewater. See, when we are letting wastewater go, we are letting wastewater to mix with the natural river streams, such as river is there, stream is there, or let's say pond is there, static water sources are there. Then what is going to happen? Since the wastewater will be continuously adding its nutrients and bacteria and pollutants inside the natural water bodies, flowing or static, it will be hampering the ecology of that water body, as well as the people, the humans, or let's say the living things that are consuming the water from that specific water body will be prone to getting such diseases. Okay, then wastewater is treated in order to render wastewater clean before it meets the streams. Okay, ultimately what we are doing, we are letting the wastewater to meet the natural stream, but before that the strength of wastewater should be reduced such that it will not make the river or this natural stream dirty, it will not pollute the stream. Okay, this is the another objective of wastewater treatment. Then prevent pollution of groundwater. Yes, if you are letting go of the wastewater on the ground, on the soil itself, on the land itself, if you are going for the land disposal method, then what is going to happen? All the waste, all the pollutants are going to seep through the soil pores, and they will ultimately meet the groundwater table, and they are going to pollute the groundwater. That's why we have to first treat the wastewater. Okay, we have to make it clean. We have to restrict the spread of diseases caused by pollution because of untreated wastewater. This is why we are treating wastewater. Okay, option D should be the one. Okay, let's go to question number next. Physical unit process in wastewater treatment includes. Okay, physical process means the actual, the practical, the mechanical process by which we are treating the wastewater. See, first thing here, flotation. Flotation is absolutely a physical process. Okay, then gas transfer. See, gas transfer is kind of ionic level or chemical kind of treatment. Then ion exchange, obviously it will be a ionic level, chemical reaction will be there. Okay, then trickling filter. See, when we are talking about filtration, filtration is a mechanical process, is a mechanical process, or let's say it is a physical process. But the thing is, when we say trickling filtration as a physical unit process, it doesn't totally belong to physical unit processes, because only a part of retaining the waste onto the filter media belongs to physical unit process. The rest of the process inside the trickling filtration unit is biological treatment. Okay, remember, trickling filtration is kind of 10 to 20% physical unit process and mostly a biological unit. Okay, trickling filtration is the secondary treatment that we give to the wastewater after its primary treatment is over. That's why, although it is kind of confusing one, but we are having a perfect physical unit process in the option. That's why we are going to tick the most correct answer here. See, when we are talking about multiple choice question, there are no wrong answer. Okay, there are only less correct and more correct and most correct answer. Okay, that's why in the specific list, gas transfer gets totally eradicated here. Ion exchange is not a scene. But when we are getting confused in between flotation and trickling filtration, then more weightage should be given to flotation, because flotation is a purely physical unit process. Trickling filtration is partly physical, partly biological, because the rest of the treatment in trickling filtration takes place by biological decomposition. Okay, biomass forms over there, biofilm form over there, then the filtration efficiency increases and biological processes start over there. Okay, that's the part of trickling filtration that we will later discuss in a separate video. Okay, for now remember, here in the option purely physical unit process is flotation. Then inorganic compounds such as phosphorus and nitrogens are removed in. See, we are talking about ionic level or compound level removal. Okay, it takes place in advanced wastewater treatment where activated carbon may be used, ion exchange may be used. Okay, primary treatment or secondary treatment do not take care of these minerals, these compounds which are dissolved in the wastewater. Okay, that's why it's not primary treatment, it's not secondary treatment, it is the tertiary treatment where we focus on removal of such ions or compounds by using, let's say, a advanced process, a costly means, which may be activated carbon process. Okay, that's why answer should be option B. Then aspects of wastewater management are. What are the aspects of wastewater management? Collection, treatment, disposal, reuse are the aspects of wastewater management. It consists of collecting the wastewater from its generation point, then transferring it to its treatment point, then treatment is also there, and after treatment, disposal of the waste and reuse of the water that has been retrieved from the wastewater. Means all the keywords that have been provided in the options are the aspect of what? Wastewater management. That's why A is right, B is right, C is right, and the most correct thing here is all of the above. Okay, clear? Let's go to question number next. Then biological treatment units at wastewater treatment plant include. Sludge digestion. Yes, digestion of the sludge is a biological process. Activated sludge process is also a biological process. Then here again we are at the same thing, trickling filtration. See, trickling filtration is partly physical and partly, no, not even partly, mostly biological. That's why it can also be involved in or categorized under biological treatment unit. That's why option C is also right. Thereby we should go with the answer, the most correct thing here, as all of the above. Okay, sludge digestion, activated sludge process, then trickling filter is there, then oxidation pond is there. Okay, then let's say even rotating biological contactors, that is RBC, is also a biological treatment unit. It is not mentioned here, but just remember this thing. Okay, therefore these are all biological treatment units. So what we saw, introduction to wastewater engineering. Okay, if you like the video, please press thumbs up, comment below any suggestion if it is there, then do subscribe Simplified Learning. And yes, I will be putting the PDF of this video on the Telegram, so do join Telegram, search for Simplified Learning, and on the Telegram channel you will be finding file section where you can retrieve the PDF of the same question. Okay, till then do follow on main channel, on Hindi channel, on Telegram, on Instagram. Till then, take care, bye bye.